يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
الحمد لله الحمد لله الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله وما توفيقي إلا بالله عليه توكلت وإليه أنيب وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ولا نظير له ولا مثيل له شهادة موصلة إلى دار القرار. ونشهد أن سيدنا وسندنا ومولانا محمدا عبده وحبيبه ورسوله أرسله الله تعالى رحمة للعالمين صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وأولاده وأزواجه وأصحابه وأتباعه وخلفائه الراشدين المرشدين المهديين من بعده ووزرائه الكاملين في عهده خصوصا منهم على الأئمة خلفاء رسول الله على التحقيق أمراء المؤمنين حضرات أبي بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي ذوي القدر الجليل وعلى بقية الصحابة والتابعين رضوان الله تعالى عليهم أجمعين. أيها المؤمنون الحاضرون اتقوا الله تعالى إن الله مع الذين اتقوا والذين هم محسنون. قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المنزل على نبيه المرسل أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وما خلقت الجن والإنس إلا ليعبدون. وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أنت مع من أحببت. O mu'mins, O believers, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us on this holy day. We are asking for His mercies. We are asking for His blessings. We are asking that He is pleased with us. We are pleased with Him. May He be pleased with us. He has a life. Why shouldn't you be pleased with Him? He could have made you a rock, tossed a rock right and left. He could have made you an insect. He made you a human being. Why aren't you happy? You have to be pleased with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He allowed you to see. He allowed you to hear. He allowed you to speak. He allowed you to walk. How many people are unfortunate? They cannot have any of that favors on them. We only look, if we have $2 million in the bank, then we say Alhamdulillah. Otherwise, no. Grow up, oh insan, oh human being. The child is the one that wants everything. When you are a grown-up, you understand what's valuable and what's not. You let go of what's not valuable and you run after the valuable. For example, a kid, you show him a red ruby and you show him a red lollipop. Which one he takes? The lollipop. Why? Because it's sweet. It has taste. He likes it. There's pleasure. The ruby, you cannot do anything with it. But a grown-up, you show them a red ruby and a red lollipop. If he takes a red lollipop, he's out of his mind. Nobody does that. You understand what's valuable and what's not. So a human being has a mind that deciphers, that looks which is valuable and which is not. Why don't you use it? Which is valuable? Eternity, eternal life. You are happy with your life. You're happy with the pleasures you get by living, by being alive. You want to live more. You want to have more. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling you there's a second life, O mu'min. When you are a mu'min, when you have accepted iman, you have believed in a second life, O Muslim. Good. Hello? Are you working for your second life? Very little. Very little. Because they are obliged. Because it's farz. We have to do it. Sunnah, it's okay, you can leave it. Nafil, okay, you can leave it. Oh no, farz you have to do it because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has obliged you. And that is His favor too. He has obliged you to enter His Jannah. Imagine somebody whipping you to enter Jannah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from His rahmah on you, oh human being, He sent obligatory worship because He knows if He leaves you to yourself, you will not worship. You will run after the pleasures of your ego, after your worldly pleasures. So He made it obligation on you. I want you by force to enter my Jannah, to enter my paradise. And still people running. Why they are running? Because of shaitan. Shaitan is a realtor, like we said before. A realtor. He sells real estate. Do you know that? Shaitan is a realtor. He's a very smart realtor too. He gives you the good deals. He is the realtor of all properties in Jahannam. Choose. Oh, my friend, you want the top part? You want the penthouse? Or do you want the basement? Or do you want the apartment? Or what do you want? I have all of them. Come to me. When will you understand that shaitan is a realtor and he's selling properties in Jahannam? And when are you going to understand, oh human being, that a prophet, Nabiullah, is a realtor as well, but he's selling you lots and houses and mansions in Jannah? Well, everybody wants to have a house on fire, a house in fire, a house of fire. Use your mind, oh human being. Shaitan is after you to make you forget the second life, to make you forget the hereafter. And all these prophets have come from Adam alayhi salam. He said, I was in Jannah, oh my children. Why was he in Jannah? To show you that there is Jannah. Otherwise people will not believe. He came on earth, he said to his children, I came from Jannah. Your mother came from Jannah. We came down here and we were told to find our way up. And he was Rasul, he was given Huda, he was given the guidance how to take his children and grandchildren. It is said that he's almost lived 1,000 years almost. He's guiding his children, his grandchildren, his great-grandchildren, and all the rest. How to reach that property of yours in Jannah, in paradise. So why don't we run after it? Why we run after other properties? Somebody came to Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anh. He said, yes, Sayyidi, I bought a dar, a mansion. I bought a palace. Could you write me the contract between me and between the buyer and the seller? As awliyaullah have narrated the story. He said, okay, I'll write you. He said, Ishtara maghrurun min maghrurin dar. A fool one has bought from another fool one. An absent-minded one has bought from another absent-minded one a big palace. لا بقاء له فيها. He will never remain in it. There's no remaining in it for him. Do you think you're going to live in the White House forever? You think you're going to live in the Windsor Castle forever? You think you're going to live in the Buckingham Palace forever? Look, it keeps changing. No matter how big of a palace you get, no matter how big of a house you get, no matter how big of a mansion you get, sooner or later you're going to leave it. لا بقاء لك فيها. There is no baqa for you in it. There is no remaining for you in it. So Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu was teaching a lesson. He said, Al-Haddul Awwal. The first point, death. When death comes, nothing remains. And they said, and after that, qabr. Oh, you see people getting buried. Where are they buried? Where do they put them? How come your mind does not comprehend that? It sees, but somehow it does not go inside. Just a picture, an image. After qabr, he said, Al-Haddul Awwal. First, you are not going to remain in this mansion. When death comes, you're gone. Second, qabr, grave. Third, your third point is mahshar, the gathering. And the fourth and the final point, imma ila al-jannah wa imma ila al-nar. Either you will get your property in Jannah, or you will get your property in Jahannam. So why don't we think, oh, insan? That's why it is said, Ahlul Tariqa, the people that have taken the path. Muslims, of course. You have to start with Sharia and Islam. There's no Tariqa without Islam. That is Zandaqa, as it is said. That is playing. And kufr, close to kufr. You get your Sharia firm. And then Ahlul Tariqa is what? Ahlul Tariqa, what do? They erase naqsh, the printing, the engraving of what? Of this dunya and what's in it in your heart. So when you are cleaning up your heart, when you are practicing namaz, siyam, zakah, all of that, you are practicing it, but inside of you there is naqsh, there is another imprint, there is other things in your heart that is engraved. That is not Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's what's making you forget about the second life. What's in your heart that is imprinted is the dunya. And what's in it? All the pleasures that are in it, all the cars and the mansions and the pools and the beaches and the friends and the parties and the drugs and whatever, what have you. All that money and wealth that is all imprinted in your heart. So when you seek the advice of a companion of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when you seek the advice of Waliullah, they try to erase dunya from your heart. And mashallah, we are running after dunya more. Which tariqah are you in? Which Islam are you in? Which huda are you following? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam called you for dunya, or Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam called you for Mawla, for Allah? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam called you for your property in Jannah. He says, follow me, I will show you how to get there. And shaitan is telling you, no, forget that. Follow me, I will show you another property. A good, hot, very hot. Very hot, it sells very quick. Everybody keeps changing that. It's very good property in Jahannam. So, listen to Huda, to the guidance of Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu, to the guidance of Sayyidina Umar, look to the example of Sayyidina Umar, not only the guidance. It is said shaitan is zulmani, he is a dark creature. No light, no nur, dark creature. Al-Dhulmani, it is said, runs away from Nurani. Whoever is enlightened by the nur of Iman, by the nur of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he has given that Iman to their hearts. Whoever is enlightened by a nur from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, shaitan runs away from them. Zulmani runs away from Nurani. A darkened one runs away from an enlightened one. And that's what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said. Did you ever hear the hadith of Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu that shaitan runs away from him? ما لقيك الشيطان قط سالكا فجا إلا سلك فجا غير فجك. Every time shaitan finds you walking on a certain path, he takes another path. Why? Because he's afraid of Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu. Shaitan is invisible, how can he be afraid? He's around you. He's around me. He's around everybody. How can we be afraid of Sayyidina Umar? What is Sayyidina Umar going to do to him? Means Sayyidina Umar is seeing. Is seeing what you're not seeing. How did he see that? Why don't you reach that level of Sayyidina Umar? Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu was a human being like you. He was not Nabi. He is wali, of course, waliullah. But he is a human being like you, from blood and flesh. Why is he seeing shaitan? Shaitan always runs away from him. And you are not seeing. What's the difference? Because Sayyidina Umar has followed, as awliyaullah have said, بسبب تزكية نفسه. He first has purified his ego from the bad manners and bad characteristics. What did he do? He changed his khuluq. He changed his manners to the manners of Quran. Why did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala send you Quran, O human being? To change your ego's manners to the manners of Quran. So he got rid of the tama. He got rid of the greed. He got rid of the jealousy. He got rid of the anger. He got rid of the desires. He got rid of everything that is related to dunya. Quran has come to replace these hirs, bukhul, the running after everything, the stinginess, the misery, hiqd, hasad, vengeance, anger, all of that characteristics that are in the human being's ego. Shaitan has come to enforce that. Nabiullah has come to change that. So Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anh followed the guidance of Quran, has changed his characteristics. He's the same person, but he entered kafir into the presence of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, exited mu'min. When he came with his sword, he entered in a certain way. His character was changed. He exited mu'min. His nafs was changed. One. So your ego, you have to work on the bad characteristics and bad traits of the ego. That's what connects you to this dunya. Second, تخلية القلب عن الشواغل الدنيوية, as awliyaullah have said. He has emptied his heart from worldly business. Did Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anh, did he have a company? Did he run a hospital? Did he have a clinic? Did he run a car dealership? What did he do? He has emptied his heart from everything, from the dunya business. First, he changed the characters of his ego to the good characters of Quran. Second, he emptied his heart from dunya. When that happens, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has filled his sir, his secret. That's why you say qaddasallahu sirra. He has filled his secret with nur al-tawheed. With tawheed. He only saw Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He had nur. No dunya anymore. No ego anymore. No other business and work anymore. All he is concerned about is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and kalamullah. His heart was full of tawheed. Nur al-tawheed. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do as much as we can. Yes, some people are busy. Some people are attached. Some people are connected. We understand that. But you try your best to become like Sahaba. You try your best to hear the guidance of Sayyidina Ali. Whatever you buy in this world is not going to stay for you. So that man, Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu, has read what he has written. It is said that man, he backed out from the deal of purchasing the house. He gave that dananir, he gave that gold, back then it was gold coins, he gave that money to people, to whomever. He gave it here and there, here and there. And وَزَهِدَ فِي الدُّنْيَا, and he did not want any more from this dunya. He became busy because he wants his second life. So do you want your second life? That's a question you should ask yourself. If you want your second life, follow Nabiullah. He will take you to your property in Jannah. If you are happy with this life, follow Shaitan. He will take you to your property in Jahannam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. Understand Islam. Islam is not about taking you to the pleasures of this world. It's about taking you to the pleasures of hereafter. If you are into pleasures, and everybody is asking for Jannah. I changed my faith because I wanted paradise. I heard somebody saying that the other day. They changed. Why? Because they want paradise. Okay, want paradise. Inshallah, Allah gives you paradise. But it's not about paradise. For us, for Muslims, for a mu'min. Muslim is the one that submitted. Mu'min is deeper than that. Mu'min, he does not ask for paradise. It is said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken the mu'min from dunya by telling him, قُلْ مَتَاعُ الدُّنْيَا قَلِيلٌ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Holy Quran has said, قُلْ يا حبيبي, ya Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, tell them, مَتَاعُ الدُّنْيا قَلِيلٌ. Whatever pleasures you're going to get out of this dunya is qalil, little. Whatever you're going to achieve in this dunya is little. So the mu'min has shunned dunya because it is qalil, it is little. There's nothing compared to akhirah, there's nothing. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made a deal with the mu'min in the beginning. Leave the dunya, I give you akhirah. So mu'min accepted. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told them in Holy Quran again, Asta'idhu billah, Wallahu khayrun wa abqa. I am better. I am everlasting. I'm better for you from akhirah. So if you want Jannah and you change your faith because you wanted Jannah, we are not wanting Jannah. We want Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Allahu khayrun. God is better. You are running after a mansion and pleasures in that mansion and the rivers and the gardens. Go, run. It is there. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised them to the believers. Yeah, you can enjoy that. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I am better. Wallahu khayrun. So the mu'min that has first got out of dunya wanting akhirah, and then left akhirah and wanted mawla. Be from that. Be from that. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to understand. The first step is to follow a good one. A one that has shunned the dunya and pointed himself to akhirah, and then left akhirah and pointed himself to Allah. Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, what did he say? Inni wajjahtu wajhiya lilladhi fatara as-samawati wal arda hanifa. I have turned my wajh means face, but also means fully, everything in you, to the one that created heavens and earth, means to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَا أَنَا مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ. I am not the ones that are asking or putting another partner in between. I only want my Lord. And be like that. That is Qutb al-Tawheed. That is said, he is the Qutb of Tawheed. Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, because he only wanted Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He wanted the Lord of heavens and earth. He wanted the Creator. He did not want another creation. Jannah is another creation, just like you. Allah created it. He created you and He created others. Why do you run after creation? But some people are for Jannah, yes. Some people are for Nar. It is wisdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And some people are for Ahlullah, for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, awliyaullah. Be from them. Be from them, O insan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. So what do you do? And this I will sum up everything. MashaAllah, so much ilm. Everybody's talking. Quran, hadith, Quran, hadith, Quran, hadith. And that's okay, what do you do? It is said that one student came to the presence of a alim and he studied so many hadith. At the end, this alim said, the student said, I need permission to go. This alim said, you can go back home, but I will leave with you one thing. He said, yes. He said, this one thing might benefit you from all the hadiths that you have heard, because you don't remember the hadiths you have learned. We do not understand the true meaning of the hadith. You take the literal meaning, but there are other meanings from the alam of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Of course, we don't know ulama, no awliyaullah, no. But he said, take this one thing when you're going home. He said, what? Because we have travelers. Today, some people will travel back. MashaAllah, you've been here a week or two. You learned so many things. Everything will be forgotten except for one thing. Take this with you. He said, what? He said, do you have shaitan back in your country? He says, yes, we have shaitan back in our country. It is in the story, it is said that he was from Khurasan and the alim was in Baghdad. So he's going back east to Khurasan from Baghdad. He said, do you have shaitan in Khurasan? He said, yeah, we have shaitan there. He said, what do you do when he bothers you? He says, we keep like giving him, reasons and excuses. And he tells us something, we tell him something. He said, don't bother. What you need to do is what the owner of a dog does with his dog. What does he do? If the dog attacks you, what do? Do you fight with the dog? If there's a Doberman, how do you fight with a dog like that? So what do? You call the owner. He said, shaitan will bother you. He will make you forget everything. He made Sayyidina Yusha forget. فَأَنْسَانِيهُ الشَّيْطَانُ وَأَنْ أَذْكُرَهُ. Shaitan made me forget to mention it to you, O Musa, about the fish. فَأَنْسَاهُ الشَّيْطَانُ ذِكْرَ رَبِّهِ. Yusuf alayhi salam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, shaitan has made him forget the zikr of his Lord. If shaitan comes to Nabiullah and makes him forget, what about us? So he said, don't fight with that shaitan, call his owner. Shaitan will try to make you forget all your ilm and run after your pleasures and get to that property of yours in Jahannam. But what you need to do is, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Every time shaitan attacks you, and you know how he attacks, he gets you from the sweet spot, they say. You like this thing, let's do more of it. You like here, let's do more of that. He knows where to get you. Not everybody has the same hook. Shaitan has thousands of hooks, thousands of desires. Your pleasure is different from mine. Mine is different from his. Everybody has some weakness. Shaitan hooks him up from there. So he said, every time the shaitan hooks you up from there, you say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Call the owner. Allah created him for a hikmah, for a wisdom. It is said he created him so he can push mu'min into Jannah. Did you ever hear of that? Shaitan comes to you, you run away from him. To where? To Allah. فَفِرُّوا إِلَى اللَّهِ. So basically shaitan pushes people. If you resist him, you are running to Jannah. If you are with him, you go with him to wherever he is. So say أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. If you don't remember anything that was said by all the ulama, all the awliya, and you don't remember anything, know that shaitan has hooks for you. And whenever these hooks are pulling you into Jahannam, you say أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send an angel, will send a madad from him, and that madad will break that hook. That's why Sayyidina Umar, that's why shaitan was afraid of Sayyidina Umar. Why? As awliyaullah have said, ظهر الإمداد فيه. The madad of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala appeared in Umar. What madad? The power, hayba. The hayba appeared in Umar radiallahu anh. It wasn't his. It is nur from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he's dressed Sayyidina Umar. When shaitan saw that hayba, that greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala appears in Hazrat Umar, he was running away. That's why he said, Inni ara ma la tarawn, inni akhafullah. I am seeing what you're not seeing. Supposedly two armies were coming together. Shaitan was telling them, come, let's fight the mu'mins. So, and then he left. It is in Quran. He left them. They said, where are you going? Inni ara ma la tarawn, inni akhafullah. I am afraid of Allah. I see what you don't see. So in Sayyidina Umar appeared the hayba, azama, nur. Nurul hayba, nurul azama of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Shaitan, that's why he was afraid. So when you ask for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's madad, when you say a'udhu billah min ash-shaytan ar-rajim, it will come to you through the channels or sometimes directly, depending on your strength. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to evade the traps of shaitan, to cut off the hooks of shaitan, and to be taken by the huda of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the huda of Anbiya'ullah, to paradise inshallah. ألا إن أحسن الكلام وأبلغ النظام كلام الله الملك العزيز العلام كما قال الله تبارك وتعالى في الكلام فإذا قرئ القرآن فاستمعوا له وأنصتوا لعلكم ترحمون. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وكونوا مع الصادقين. الحمد لله حمد الكاملين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين تعظيما لنبيه وتكريما لفخامة شأن صفيه فقال عز وجل من قائل مخبرا وآمرا إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم اغفر لنا وللمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات وتابع بيننا وبينهم بالخيرات. رب اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين. اللهم افتح بيننا وبين قومنا بالحق وأنت خير الفاتحين. ربنا اغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم أعلي كلمة الحق والدين. اللهم اجعل لنا من لدنك وليا. اللهم اجعل لنا من لدنك نصيرا واكتب الصحة والسلام والعفو والعافية علينا وعلى الأمة عامة أجمعين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون.
قامت الصلاة قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آتي سيدنا محمد الوسيلة والفضيلة والدرجة الرفيعة وبعث المقام المحمود الذي وعدته وارزقنا شفاعة يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد. فرض صلاة الجمعة. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. قال إني
إني عبد الله آتاني الكتاب وجعلني نبيا وجعلني مباركا أينما كنت وأوصاني بالصلاة والزكاة ما دمت حيا وبرا بوالدتي ولم يجعلني جبارا شقيا والسلام علي يوم ولدت ويوم أموت ويوم أبعث حيا ذلك عيسى ابن مريم قول الحق الذي فيه يمترون ما كان لله أن يتخذ من ولد سبحانه إذا قضى أمرا فإنما يقول له كن فيكون وإن الله ربي وربكم فاعبدوه هذا صراط مستقيم فاختلف الأحزاب من بينهم فويل للذين كفروا من مشهد يوم عظيم أسمع بهم وأبصر يوم يأتوننا لكن الظالمون اليوم في ضلال مبين وأنذرهم يوم الحسرة إذ قضي الأمر وهم في غفلة وهم لا يؤمنون إنا نحن نرث الأرض ومن عليها وإلينا يرجعون الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين واذكر في الكتاب موسى إنه كان مخلصا وكان رسولا نبيا وناديناه من جانب الطور الأيمن وقربناه نجيا ووهبنا له من رحمتنا أخاه هارون نبيا واذكر في الكتاب إسماعيل إنه كان صادق الوعد وكان رسولا نبيا وكان يأمر أهله بالصلاة والزكاة وكان عند ربه مرضيا واذكر في الكتاب إدريس إنه كان صديقا نبيا ورفعناه مكانا عليا الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر السلام عليكم ورحمة الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله
صلى الله عليه وسلم استغفر الله استغفر الله استغفر الله العظيم الذي لا اله الا هو الحي القيوم واتوب اليه اللهم أنت السلام منك السلام تبارك وتعاليت يا ذا الجلال والإكرام سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير على رسولنا الصلوات
اللهم صل
استغفر الله سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإلهكم إله واحد لا إله إلا هو الرحمن الرحيم. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم وهو العلي العظيم ذو الجلال والكمال. سبحانك يا عظيم سبحان الله. على نعمة الإسلام وشرف لمن دائما الحمد لله. تعالى شأنه ولا إله غيره والله أكبر. كبير واحد لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير. سبحان ربي العلي الأعلى الوهاب.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. ربنا يا ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم واهدنا إلى الحق وإلى طريق مستقيم ببركة القرآن العظيم وبحرمة النبي الكريم. واعف عنا يا كريم واعف عنا يا رحيم واغفر لنا ذنوبنا بفضلك وجودك يا أكرم الأكرمين يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اجعل القرآن العظيم لنا في الدنيا قرينا وفي القبر مونسا وفي القيامة شفيعا وعلى الصراط نورا ومن النار سترا وحجابا وإلى الجنة رفيقا وإلى الخيرات كلها دليلا وإماما. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد طب القلوب ودوائها وعافية الأبدان وشفائها ونور الأبصار وضيائها وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. اللهم إنا نسألك إيمانا كاملا ويقينا صادقا ولسانا ذاكرا وقلبا خاشعا ورزقا واسعا وحلالا طيبا وأولادا صالحا وعملا متقبلا وعلما نجيحا وسعيا مشكورا وذنبا مغفورا وتجارة لن تبور. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا إننا آمنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. ربنا اللهم اغفر لنا ولوالدينا وللمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات. وصل يا ربي وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة. آمين. تقبل الله. Whoever needs to go to the airport, you should head out. We'll give salam.